Okay, bit of a different video. Normally when I do auction purchase videos, they're in a slideshow. But I figured I would do this straight from the actual auction website. And I'll show you what I got. First up, all the green is what I won. So I have a total of 5 items. Let's start with these HP all-in-ones. I got 3 of these. I got 2 for 150 and 1 for 180. Yeah, kind of weird. I got bid up on just one. I could have let it go, but my OCD kicked in and I wanted all 3 of them. They're all Windows 10 Pro. All of them have SSDs. All of them are 16 gigs of RAM. I will go to the spec page for you. If you're interested, pause it and take a look. But all halfway decent specs. They're i5s, which isn't bad still. Like I said, they're running Windows 10. They got Wi-Fi. On this page, it won't let me show all details. But all 5 are identical. All 5, I believe, came out of an office environment. They're all in good condition, all working. And I already have one sold, even though I haven't even picked them up yet. It's Wednesday night right now. I'm picking them up Friday. Next is this Briggs & Stratton engine. It's listed as an 11 horse, sold as is. I'm hoping it's not blown or seized. The idea with this here is to put this on my Scots, basically just as a quick and easy engine to stick on and hopefully get it up and running. This does not have electric start, but it's got a fuel pump. So I'm hoping to add electric start. It does have provisions. I just don't know if the flywheel has the provisions for electric start, but I do have a couple parts engines I should be able to take parts off of, put onto this engine here, and convert this over to electric start. I'm thinking it has a charging system, which I'll show a few things in a second, and why my suspicions are that way. I'm hoping it's not a generator engine, since if it was a generator engine, it will have a tapered crankshaft, and I'm hoping not to have a tapered crankshaft. I'm doing this through my phone. Here's the actual specs on it. Like I said, it's listed as an 11 horse overhead valve. It's just a typical IC Briggs engine. And here is the fuel pump side. It has these wires right here attached to the throttle body with the fuel pump, fuel filter. So it's set up as an all self-contained engine. Fuel tank is actually right there. I do have a different top cover that can go on. I'm hoping the carburetor that's on it is good. I'm hoping the bowl is on there and that's not the float just hanging out. Like I said, it's not set up currently with electric start, so it is set up with a pull start. So if I could set this up for a dual starting, pull start and electric start, that would actually work out fairly decent. Go back to the first picture for a second. I thought there was one other picture. I know there's one picture you could kind of see the starter cover. You can kind of see it right there. You can see the bulge where the starter would be, but there is no starter. So I was winning this for the longest time for $1, but unfortunately I got outbid and I got it for 60. A little more than I wanted to pay, but way less than what I would pay at the local shop if I was to go and buy an engine. So yeah. Now last, this was kind of just a joke item. If I got outbid on it, I could care less. It's a couple random boxes and a paper shredder. What this auction does is if stuff doesn't sell, they'll combine stuff. So they'll combine lots just to get rid of stuff. So clearly the paper shredder was left over from a previous lot, and everything else was as well. I already have a paper shredder, so I could care less. There's some copper in here, some other electrical components in here. I think I paid like $30 for this. So, yeah, there's some interesting things in there. That roll of copper looks kind of interesting, so. And that there, actually. That there kind of looks cool as a torch. So that there might be worth the entire lot. Probably will be. And I think that's everything. Oh, this one right here. And there's a few electrical components in here. And who knows what I'll end up getting. So let's just quickly take a look at the stuff I did not get. This is a gas air compressor I was looking at. But there's a lot of risk with air compressors. The engines are normally good, but the pumps normally go out. And you really got to watch out on the actual tanks. If they're rusty, how well were they taken care of, or was the water drained out of them over the years, stuff like that. It's just really, really risky with air compressors. If it would have went for super cheap, cheaper than it actually went for, I might have been interested, but it's just a lot of risk with air compressors in my book. Sorry about that. Anyways, like I said, there's a lot of risk with air compressors. Next was one of a few different pressure washers I was looking at. This one right here was the most complete. None of them really said if they worked or if they were complete. A lot of them actually were missing components such as wands and hoses. And that stuff does add up, especially if you get into one and it has a blown pump. You're really getting into having to spend more money on it, which isn't always fun. And this one here has this weird wooden box that was added to the back. But overall, it did look complete. I have bought one pressure washer before from auction. It was a big Honda 13 horse electric start. That one turned out to be really good, and I had no bad feelings about that one there, since I knew where it was stored. It was stored indoors, and it was from a very high quality auction. Actually, the same company this stuff is coming from, but it was a very high quality auction. This here was just some e-waste I was looking at. I wasn't really fully interested. Just, who cares if I get it for a couple bucks? It's e-waste sort of thing, and I'd make my money back in e-waste, but I didn't get it. Not a big deal. Next is a 32-inch TV. I was kind of interested in this. Or no, sorry, this is the monitor. My bad. It's a 20-inch monitor. Again, e-waste. If I would have got it for like $1, I would have been interested in it. Decent definition, but I did not need it, so I didn't really want to bother with it. I basically put a bid on it. That's all I was willing to pay, and pretty much go from there. This is a Milwaukee set. I was considering to go a little higher on this, but it did not come with a impact gun. It's got the drill driver, and you got the screw gun, and you got the reciprocating saw, but there's no socket driver impact. So it was a decent set, but again, you gotta worry about the batteries on stuff like this. Imagine they're lithium ion, but still you gotta worry about the batteries. Next is a DeWalt set. I was really interested in this one because it has the 1/2-inch impact. That's kind of what I wanted, but it kind of got a bit high, and again, the batteries is what you're worried about, and there's no real guarantee. It doesn't say working or nothing like that. Sometimes they lack in their descriptions on here, but sometimes they're really good on their descriptions. And I guess the last item is right here. I thought I had a 32-inch TV on here. I was looking at one, but again, if it would have went cheap, I would have got it. If it didn't go cheap, I wouldn't have got it. Another pressure washer. Again, this one here is actually missing more components. It is sold as is. It's got a Honda, even though it says Mitsubishi. I'm still pretty sure it's a Honda clone engine on there. So this is pretty much everything I was looking at. Let me just scan through. Tools, pressure washers, monitor. and the stuff I won. So I figured to do a quick video of what I'm getting from auction. This video will be released right away, but most likely when this stuff here gets put up for sale, the video will get put on private. So anyways, I will talk to him later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.